welcome into week 2 of AFG season 10. I am Galladite 74, and this week we are taking on Necrotic, coach of the Vegas Rosen Knights. Now 3 points in this quick intro. First off, fire logo for my opponent. As you saw on the thumbnail, this is a very sick logo, and whoever did it did an amazing job. And speaking of which, of my opponent, like last week, if they have any links, shoutouts to them, it will be in the description below. Second, I'm going to keep this team builder short just because people like to see the battle. It's going to be like that throughout the season. Finally, as a small recap and spoilers, we did lose our first game of the season, and we're going to look to come back stronger now that we have a bit of a better grasp on our team. So, all that said, we're going to look into the matchup right away. It's a little worse in the sense that I think there are more Pokemon on this team that can become imminent threats, but better in the sense that I think my opponent's team has a bit of a telegraphed look to it. An example, as you see in this matchup, Glimmora has to be Hazards. I think maybe Choice Scarf. It does lose to a lot of my offense, but I think without Hazards, Glimmora without Hazards, it kind of struggles. Delphox has to have coverage over utility in this matchup, and small stuff like that. So at least knowing this information, it does make building a little easier, but not really. Our game plan for this week is to knock off spam and put things into range of Keldeo, and make sure that Kyurem takes out an offensive threat. That's a key part to this. We're going to look into our Pokemon right away. I threw Serena on first here. It is my Palafin answer. It's really my only answer to this Pokemon defensively. It is a little scary against Bulk Up, but if it takes legit any hit trying to get onto the field, it's a lot easier to deal with. And because Palafin has to come in once to activate its transformation, I can hopefully abuse that. Kyurem Black, as always, is coming to every matchup probably. Perfect coverage this week. I am special leaning, mainly due to Ursaluna and Bisharp being a lot weaker on the special side. And it's meant to, like I mentioned in the game plan, 1v1 an offensive guy. Delphox, Palafin, or even Thundurus, depending on the scenario and who's looking like to be a big threat. Keldeo, this is our win con, without a doubt. Water Spam is pretty good into my opponent's team, and the 108 speed tier is super good here. Bramblegast, I could see coming. I think it is going to come, but it isn't a switch-in because Bramblegast, frankly, is not the most real Pokemon in the world. And we need Keldeo because without it, we kind of just lose to Mega Delphox. So, very important Pokemon this week. Incineroar is here to support in not losing to Mega Delphox, as that's what it's mainly here for. It does look good into other mons like Clefable, Bisharp, and Bramblegast, but I do have other answers to those mons, while Delphox I don't defensively. So, that's Instin's job. Mega Skarmory, offensively oriented, but it is my switch into Ursaluna. It is an immense offensive pressure. That's what it's meant to do in this game. I should mention this is a great time that Ursaluna is pretty similar to Glimmora in this matchup, where both mons hate my offense quite a bit, but they're both good into my defense. So I do think only one of them is going to come, and that is something I probably should have mentioned earlier, but I think now is a good time to mention that. Finally, Donphan. This is my early game way to pressure damage versus Glimmora if it comes. Similar in a way I wanted to use it against Gliscor last week. I do have Terra Dragon that at least lets me fight back versus Delphox and Palafin and Thundurus. It doesn't necessarily win 1v1s versus them, but at least I'm not getting one shot by them neither. It's just neutral across the board. That's going to wrap it up for this quick team builder. We did keep it under 5 minutes again. Let's go, and let's get into the battle. We're here. My commentary is going to be a little bad. I just not mentally here at the moment, but we're going to get here. And showdown commentary is a lot worse because I have a lot more going on my screen than with Wi-Fi, as I learned last week while editing. I think we're just going to lead Donphan. It's very good into anything on this team. So yeah, we'll lead Donphan. One more lead, as I kind of expected. It's on a balloon. Okay, it's fine. Do I want to take a gazillion damage? Do I Terra is the question. Turn 1. If I Terra, he doesn't. There's a pretty low chance he 2-shots me. I feel like I can still play that mind game if I don't Terra. Do I need my ground typing though? Yeah, for this. I knock here always. They Sludge Bomb, so I get to play right. I get the knockoff. I mean, they're going to get some T-Spikes up with the balloons popped. And now I think I Terra and Earthquake. I could spin. I feel like this trade's still fine. What can I spin on later? If this thing does a lot of damage to me. Kind of nothing, right? I think it's T-Spikes. I think I just have to Terra and Earthquake here. As they go into Brambleghast. So I get to play wrong. I still do 40%, which is just crazy. That's so much damage. Alright, let's see. That's not defensive. There's no shot, right? Nah. Oh. Oh, that's max HP. Wow, you're just... this mon is just weak. It could be banded Poltergeist. I don't think I care too much. Would that knock me out? 77 at most. You have to be banded. Do I have to stay in, though? I don't feel like I have to. I could just go Incineroar and U-turn out and save this as a switch-in. Knockoff does knock this out, though, is the only thing. But I think having this Donphan around at this health could be fairly helpful. Let's go Incineroar. Let's play it safe. It's Poltergeist. Does 34. That actually probably is banded. That's a lot of damage. That could be a low roll band, yeah. Definitely Knocker U-turn. I think U-turn is just fine. Yeah. So this is fairly normal. Pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah, it's fairly normal. What do I want to do about that? I could go Keldeo. I don't really care if Keldeo gets poisoned per se. Or I could go Skarmory, but this thing could still be like special. I think I'd go Donphan and utilize it early, try and get a spin-off. Or I could just get my rocks up. So Valley, normal, could be anything. It's just an issue. I just don't know what it could be. Because I don't think I can play aggressive yet because of the Brambleghast. I could Surf, but if I Surf and he just stays in and takes the hit, I really don't like that play. Because if I lose Keldeo, it's really bad. Like, it's so bad. Let's just go Donphan. I have the Endlet on for a reason. I take the Poison, which is just not good. I really want to spin. I really do, but I feel like the Brambleghast is just coming back out. And then I could force a KO with Knockoff. And if he spins, then I can knock it out. And if he knocks me out, then that's fine. I don't mind the T-Spike is very annoying. It's going to make this battle a lot quicker. But I think it's alright if I can keep my rocks up on their side. A Swords Dance. Okay. This thing might be Choppel. And we could be in for a world of pain here. Flame Charge does not knock me out. I could just EQ for the chip. Because I really like Donphan in this game, but its health is already really low. And I really want to spin here. But I think I need this chip. They do Flame Charge. Okay. So that's fine. Get a lot of chip. I just don't think a Vacuum Wave... I think a Vacuum Wave will be enough now that I did that, though, even with the Choppel. So I'm quite okay with this. And like I said, I really don't mind my, what's it called? My Keldeo getting poisoned. I guess he does get a free spin with the Bramble after, but I can play aggressive with that by getting Silvally in, or Skarmory in. I can't spin on anything. I'll just go for a spin now. Yeah, alright, Donphan's out. Oh wait, I'm Scarf. I don't have to click Vacuum Wave. I can click Surf. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm faster than this. I did not put speed in for this guy. Oh, so I have to Vacuum Wave. Well, let's go Keldeo. Let's think about it. I really want to Surf, but if he calls it and just multi-attacks and I die, it's like so bad, right? I really want to Surf, but if he just stays in... Like, why would you save Silvally, right? Okay, good. I made the right play, thank goodness. Alright. This Delphox is looking a little threatening. But the Silvally's gone. I need to trade my
Kieran with probably Palafin at this point. Also, I have not been paying attention to if I've been switching screens at the right or wrong time. Yeah, this thing coming out is a big threat. I have to go Ensign. This Keldeo is so essential though. Like if I lose Keldeo, I just lose the game, right? Mega, Psy Shock. Oh, let's go. I got the play right. Now I think I just knock off. It's very free here. Glim could come out and I probably lose a Mon in that case. Or I could U-turn and go back out in the Keldeo because Surf is very free. I could just do something like that. I wouldn't hate that play actually. I really don't hate that. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to U-turn here. Get this play, get this. Oh, Focus Blast, and they do miss. I am sorry about that. I get a crit too. That's even luckier for me. I go into Keldeo and I surf. Again, Keldeo's health isn't really a big deal. This Palafin should never be able to clean up, so it's fine. I do kind of want to stay out of range of Sucker. I guess that's something. This thing being Terra Fairy is a little scary. I do have to be mindful of that. I just want to see. Oh, actually, let me see how much Secret Sword does. 34 min? You're 36. No risking. Yeah, Palafin, perfect. That's fine. We're gonna take so much chip, which is so good for us. Yeah, that is what we want to see. And now I definitely do switch out here. Now this is tough because like I want to go Serena, but because of the T-Spike, it's a little scary. If they flip and I go Serena, they get a kill with Glam. If I go Skarm, they have to bring out Delphox, right? Palafin, you're still baby. I guess I could just go Skarm, right? Like, what do I need Skarm's health for besides living maybe a Bisharp Sucker Punch? Yeah, I think I always go Skarm. Yeah, okay. Hopefully this isn't the wrong play. They switch out, they go in the Glim. Alright, I get the play right at least. So now I can just Mega an Iron Head. Is this? No, it's Balloon. I was like, is this Scarf? No, it's Balloon. Okay, so yeah, we just Mega an Iron Head here. And knock the Glim out. Okay, that's cool. Toxic Debris, they get Deadly Poison. It's fine. I'm so scared of this Bisharp, man. Bisharp is a threat. It always is. Delphox comes out. That's fine. Because Incineroar isn't really doing all that much in this game. It might look like it's going to do a lot, but it's really not doing much. So I can always use it as a switch and sack. It could still be alright for some other mons here. I do kind of see the vision, actually, of why this mon is still good. But I think Skarmory, if it gets in for free, Brave Bird is just so nice here. Yeah, we'll just go back into Incin. Psyshock again, I get the play right. Let's go. I just want to see if Focus Blast kills me or not. It depends on that. My play, I think, depends on that. 60 to 70. Well, I'm at 66. Pretty high chance for me to live. And I think I just always U-turn, right? Yeah. And they miss a Focus Blast. That's... I'm sorry about that. That's a tough miss. It's like you're gonna miss a Focus Blast, but missing two crucial ones, that's super tough. I need to make sure I don't lose to this Bisharp. I'm so terrified of this Bisharp, right? I think I just go cure him. Because if Palafin comes out at the trade, Bramble Gas can't beat me, the Bisharp has to come out, and then I have to hit this with an EP. I have to just make sure my Mon doesn't get to, like, one-shot, my Skarmory doesn't get one-shot by Terra Fairy, like the Sucker Punch, right? And actually, my Bishop, this thing still doesn't even get knocked out from that anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I always attack what's in front of me here. Palafin, I don't think there's a world where it can beat me, so I always EP. Iron Head. I am knocked out from this, yeah. But it's not set up, it's still this mode, and now I can always go into Keldeo. This thing has Terra still, the only reason I'm still thinking about it. Surf does 49 min. If you're, you're gonna have some bulk to you, right? You're 44, but I want to see how much, the EP does 50, right? Oh, you do have HP. Oh, you probably have some Spit F too, to be honest. Oh, not full Spit F. Let's go like 100 or something. Keldeo does not knock it out with Surf at that point. I think I just go Incin. Yeah, I think I just go Incineroar, actually. And Flare Blitz. I think that's the way I win. Yeah. That way I get my guaranteed chip. Or I could knock off, but I think Flare Blitz is just fine. Low kick, and I do live it, which is nice. Flare Blitz, this thing's gone. I think that was the biggest threat to my team. Bramble Gas comes out. Don't know what this thing could do. I think I'm just gonna knock off. They rapid spin, get a speed boost. That's fine. I think they're locked into that. Damage it. Let me make sure this thing is choiced. This thing did 33.6 to my Incineroar earlier. Sorry, I'm not my strong suit being here right now. Poltergeist, yeah, it was 33.6 with that move. Can you be like not banned? Is there a world where you're like not banded? Is kind of where I'm at right now with this. Like no, right? Spell tag? You could be spell tag adamant. The only bad thing I can think of is like he is fat. He's not choiced and he's just strength stop, right? That's all I can think about. Terra Ghost. He Shadow Sneak. So he wasn't actually choiced. Okay, so I did get that wrong. But I think we're okay here. I always Brave Bird. He is bulk up. Okay, that's super scary. But I don't think this thing... Oh, he's Citrus Berry. Alright, this is getting a little scary. I think I always go into the Serena. No, I have to hit this. No, I have to hit this. He's at 51. I could lose this. Yeah, I have to go. I'm gonna go this first. I might have choked this. Secret Sword still does the most for me, so. And it does 2 shots still. It's acrobatics. Okay. I need to hit this whip basically. Oh, do I die to this? Oh! And I hit the Power Whip. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a close game. GG's to my opponent. I think I almost choked that. I don't know if that was the correct play with Keldeo going at first. Sword the Skarm. The Skarm was probably a bad play because I thought this thing was choiced and I was like, oh, there's a world that's spell tag adamant, and this thing was definitely adamant spell tag. At least that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, that's really unfortunate. Also, last mon means I can't whirlwind it. But yeah, GG's to my opponent. I will have a post-game thoughts discussion after this, and I'll see you then.
Alright, so we are here with our quick little post-game analysis. First off, GG's to my opponent, Necrotic. They were a pretty good sport, considering my first point. I got pretty lucky in this game, looking back at it. The Focus Blast misses meant I could play safe later in the game, as you saw, and have a plethora of pieces left. Also, I hit the Power Whip at the end after my opponent had missed a whole bunch of moves. And I know it is Focus Blast, like sure, it's 70% accurate, but I mean, you went 0 for 2, right? Like that's still not supposed to happen, so that helped me out quite a bit. I do feel like I could have used Kyurem differently in this endgame scenario if I had to critique myself a little bit. I should have probably went Skarmory on the U-turn that knocked out Delphox instead of Kyurem. If he's not SD on the Bisharp, which at the time I was fearing, it's never really that big of an issue. I didn't have Body Press, but they didn't know that at the time, so I still had Whirlwind. In a worst case, my Skarmory does get chipped, but I do learn the Bisharp set. I can Whirlwind it out, maybe get the Terra out. It's a lot of hypotheticals. I don't know their full set, but if I had to critique one thing that I just straight up played bad with, it was Kyurem. I also noticed that Palafin was jolly with speed since it outsped my Skarmory. Something I didn't even register when I was playing. My plays didn't change at that point in time, but it's something that you saw. I didn't even notice it until now. This is the second week in a row where I actually like the trades I made in the early game. Last week we were put in a chokehold mid game that was impossible to break. This week we got pretty lucky in the mid game, and I think we played kind of bad in the mid to late game with what I just talked about. But again, GG's again to my opponent. Glad we could even up our record early, and hopefully we can go up next week in our week 3 game. Again, I'm kind of just dumping information out here at the end of this video just to get my thoughts out there, you know? Just to help add a little bit of context to the live comm that I haven't quite been able to add during the games yet. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leaving a like would be very awesome. And with all that, I am Galladite 74, and I'll see you next time.